Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Ciocca Chevrolet of Princeton to check out this brand new 2025 Chevy Malibu. This is the RS trim. The color here is called Nightshade Metallic. We have a jet black cloth interior with the RS appearance package. So you can let me know if you're in the market for a mid-size sedan and you've been looking at the Camry or the Accord and they're a little bit too expensive. Would you consider a Malibu, let's say, over a Nissan Sentra that we saw a few weeks ago, or some other type of mid-size sedan, such as Kia K5, LXS, Hyundai Sonata, that sort of thing? You let me know, put it in the comments as we go through the vehicle. So let's dig in. Front end of our Malibu in the Nightshade Metallic. It's a nice darker blue color, I would call it. As we move in closer, we're going to have standard lighting all the way across the front of the Malibu with that old style chrome design. We do have the black and silver Chevy bow tie, given this is an RS, but it would have been nice to have an RS badge on the front grille somewhere. Now, as we come around to our wheel and tire setup, you are going to get an 18-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel, Chevy badge on the center cap. These wheels are wrapped in Continental Pro Contact all-season tires. 245 on the width, a 45 series sidewall 18s, all four corners, front wheel drive. Moving on back, we do have that nightshade blue, but a lot of chrome around the windows. Might have been better to just tone that down with some black or maybe some smoke chrome. You let me know. We do have the blacked out Malibu badges on each front door, and then we're going to have a color match side view mirror cap, no LED turn signals, color match front and rear door handle, left side fuel filler cap, a bit of a rear deck lid spoiler on the back there, color matched roof, shark fin antenna, no sunroof. Rear end of the Malibu, and I kind of like the back end of this much better than the front, to be honest. But we're going to go standard lighting in the back as well. The RS is one up from base in the Malibu lineup. The blacked out Malibu badge on the left, the black and silver Chevy bow tie in the center, and the red RS badge. Finally, we got one on the outside, flat black down around the functional dual exhaust. Under the hood of this Malibu, we have a 1.5-liter turbocharged inline four-cylinder engine mated to a CVT, 163 horsepower, 184 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 28 in the city, 36 on the highway, 31 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, here we go. Base price for the 25 Malibu RS is $26,800. This vehicle's got one option on it for $250, which is your side blind zone alert and rear cross traffic. Once we add that in and a destination and delivery charge of $1,195 from Chevy's Kansas City, Kansas assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $28,245. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, we'll move on in. We're going to go black cloth and then hard black plastic, but at least it's soft where you're going to put your elbow when you got the window down. Chrome door handle, again, black cloth on the armrest, but it is soft. We got light gray trim instead of gloss black, which I like. Flat black on the switchgear. Good sized door pocket, standard audio system. Nice large foot box, dead pedal brake and accelerator. Our floor mats are in the trunk of the car at this time. Seating-wise, full power for the driver, manual assist for the front passenger. Plain black cloth, nothing special, a bit of an attempt at an insert design, but the cloth doesn't feel bad to the touch. Passenger door panel, same action as the driver. Moving on up, we're going to go with hard black plastic up top and then cloth up here. This is a really old design, which I really don't care for anymore. Toyota, believe it or not, in the new Camry has brought this in to, I believe, the XLE trim, and it just looks too old school. But you know what? This car hasn't had an update in several years. Now, as we come on down, we do have a nice large glove box. Infotainment system, we have Chevy's base 8-inch system, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. And it's angled up towards the roof to cut down on sun glare coming through the windshield. Now, as far as your music goes, we'll need to make sure that the music volume is down. As far as the music goes, you have basically two options. AM or FM radio, and that's it, or your Bluetooth music. No Sirius XM in this RS Malibu, but you can go to home. You can Bluetooth your phone, get your Wi-Fi hotspot set up. There's your wireless CarPlay Android Auto. OnStar to hook up the vehicle with your smartphone. You can go into your settings, get your system settings where you can also hook up your Wi-Fi hotspot if you want to do that. You can go to your different apps. There they are. And you can go to your vehicle settings where you can set up how you want the car to be, how you want your lighting set up, that kind of thing. And you do have teen driver mode as well down here. Let me get back to that. There's our teen driver mode where you can assign keys with customizable restrictions. So that's part of that. We'll cancel out of that. We'll go back to home. Fairly simple though. Now as we come into reverse, we do have a backup camera that's super clear that takes up the whole screen with trajectory. So I do like that. And then we go back to park, but it really is plain and simple. Now as we come on down, here are the controls for your volume, as well as your home button, seek for your music. We do have a push button start with more cloth over here. Down further, here is your standard heat and air, no climate control, where you can adjust your fan speed and your temperature. And then as we come way underneath, you got a 12 volt, a USB-C, a USB-A, and an aux jack, and an area right down here to lie your phone or some stuff, and it's rubberized so things won't slide around. We'll come around the corner here, traction control off, and that's your parking sensors on or off. Gear shift right here that says RS with the red stitching. That's the only thing on this interior that tells you you're in an RS. And I think they could have done a little bit better in the Malibu with some more interior touches. But you got the leather gaiter. You got silver or light gray instead of gloss black trim, which will obviously eliminate your fingerprints. 2 cup holders, and then your Chevy key fob. Lock, unlock, remote start, pop the trunk panic button, the bow tie on the back. Another little area here for storage, electric emergency brake. And then we do have a nice soft armrest. And we open that up. And inside here, you do have a nice area for storage, and it's pretty deep. Malibu steering wheel, leather wrap wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches, Chevy badge on the horn button, round bottom wheel. But I have plenty of room to get into the passengers, into the driver's seat, I should say, of this Malibu. It's a very spacious and open airy cabin. Plenty of room at 5'11", no problem. Over here on the left side, you're going to have your adaptive cruise, lane keep assist on or off, and on the right side, controls for the digital portion of your dash, telephone, voice commands. No paddles. Over here, we're going to go with our adaptive high beams, turn signals, and then on the right side, windshield wipers. And then over here on the left, we can brighten and dim the dash, adjust our headlights, and then we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And then the dash is going to be the analog digital combo. Analog gauges for your speedometer, tachometer, fuel level, and coolant temperature. And then you have a small display in the center that'll bring up additional information. Very basic, very primitive in how the data is presented and how it looks. But it's concise and to the point. Overhead console. Now, if you want your LED dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, the button with the picture of the car with the door open stays off. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting will dim out. SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. Again, OnStar in case you need to talk to GM. Framed rear view mirror with manual dimming function. Sun visor with vanity, but no light. Should have a light. And does it slide? No, it does not, and there's no extension. Getting in the back seat of the Malibu, we'll come to the back. Same action on the rear door panel. The cloth, the hard black plastic. Even though it's plain Jane, at least the consistency of design is there front to back. Now, I have the seat set for my driving position, so let's hop on in the back seat. Duck a little bit getting in. You do have a sloping roof. I'd say 5'9" or taller. You're going to need to duck. But once I'm in at 5'11", I got plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and plenty of room for my knees. Black cloth all the way down. No seat pocket behind the driver. We do have one here behind the front passenger. And in the back, we don't have any heat and air vents in the rear console area. We don't have any connectivity, but we have a 12 volt down there. Now, rear seats, same cloth, nice soft headrest. So Simple insert design, but the cloth seats do feel really good and they're nice and soft. And they are pretty comfortable to sit on, but we don't have a center armrest, and I need a center armrest in this car. But overall, in the back of the Malibu, even though it's an old style, old school car, it's still pretty darn comfortable, and these seats feel pretty darn good. Getting in the trunk of the Malibu, you can pop it from the key fob, or you can come to the dash, and right under the Chevy badge, there's a button. You push it and lift up. Nice and light, nice wide opening. 15.7 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of the Malibu. Good number here on a trunk. Now, here we go with the carpeted floor mats right here, and then we also have this panel underneath here that's going to give you more storage, because you got to fix a flat and no spare, which is a bummer. But if you do want to let the rear seats down, if you don't have anybody in the back, you can pull these levers. Then you can go around to each door. Put the seats down. And now you also have a nice wide opening and plenty of room for those larger items. So a very good use of space in the back of this Malibu trunk. Window sticker, here we go. 25 Malibu RS, nightshade metallic, jet black cloth, standard equipment, left to right. Total vehicle MSRP $28,245. MPGs. Crash ratings, safety ratings. Made by Chevy in Kansas. Take this baby out for a spin. We're out on the road in this 25 Malibu RS. Right off the bat, I got great visibility out of all the glass, no problem. And of course, I got the blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, but I'm paying $250 for that, and I don't like paying for safety. And I don't have LED lighting anywhere on the exterior of the car. And I think with the RS trim, would have been nice to add that, at least LED headlights for safety. But you let me know what you think about that. But overall, it drives very smoothly. And you know, the Malibu always had. I mean, it is a smooth driving vehicle. It's well damped on the suspension. Feels good. The seats, for base cloth seats, feel pretty comfortable. I have to give them credit for that one. No problem at all there. Now we have the 1.5 turbo 4. They got rid of the 2-liter a couple years ago, and now all Malibu trims get this 1.5. It's all right. It's a little low on horsepower, I'd have to say, and it's got the CVT to maximize MPGs, because I think a lot of people that are going to use this vehicle they're going to use it driving around town, running errands, doing that kind of thing. They want to get good MPGs. They want to keep those gas bills down, gasoline bills down. Braking feels good, no problem. And you know what, it gets up to speed okay. It's not a fast car, but I don't think it's going to leave you in a jam if you're trying to get it out of a problem or merge or something like that. The handling on the Malibu, it's going to be very light. It's going to be very light, but you know what? It's not that vague. It really isn't. So, you know, it's just one of those vehicles that's hung around and hung around and hung around, and General Motors hasn't done anything with it. They've had plenty of opportunities to do a redesign, give it a more modern look, give it more modern tech, give it more modern handling, and they decided not to. They decided to leave it alone for, I believe, the last 5 or 6 years without any kind of updates. You can let me know in the comments if I'm off on that. I'm just trying to go off the top of my head. So it's hard to say what GM was thinking about this, Most of the sales for Malibu last few years have been fleet, rental car companies, that sort of thing, opposed to individual sales. But we do have a nice tight turning radius in this midsize sedan. It gets right around 18.7 feet, and we're around. Now let's give it a shot and see what happens. And it gets up to speed okay, but the best part about the car is once you're up to speed, everything quiets down on the drive line, and it's just a smooth driving vehicle, very smooth. You don't really feel the bumps. It's really well damped. We got enough sidewall protection on the tires to minimize that. The cabin is not overly loud. It's actually more quiet than I thought for a sub $30,000 sedan. So you let me know if you're in the market for this sedan, and 25 being the final year for Malibu. Production down in Kansas City, Kansas already ended in November as they retool for the 26 Bolt EV. Let me know what you would do. Would you still go Camry and Accord and pay more money, maybe $3,000-4,000 more depending on options? Or would you go Nissan Sentra, same kind of setup, similar horsepower? I'll put the Sentra video at the end of this one in case you want to compare. Or would you go somewhere like a Kia K5 LXS or a Hyundai Sonata SEL? Let me know, put it in the comments. But I do want to thank Ciocca Chevrolet of Princeton for allowing the channel access to this 2025 Chevrolet Malibu RS in Nightshade Metallic for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.